Yo, what's going on, guys, and welcome to my 50k setup tour. Now, as I promised, I was going to show you guys my setup for 50,000 subscribers. So, yeah, here we are. I'm sorry it took so long, but yeah, I was a little bit busy. But yeah, this has kind of been a project that I've worked on for a couple years now, slowly upgrading, slowly building up, getting all the stuff that I wanted to get, slowly getting bit by bit, putting it all together. And when I said that I work out of a shed, I literally meant that my whole setup's in a shed. It's a very good shed, insulated, soundproof, waterproof, everything. It's a really, really decent shed. It's all been painted and handmade by me, which is nice. But yeah, we should probably start at the behind me. I have this sofa, very, very comfy sofa. I don't sit on it very often because obviously I'm usually at my desk. To the right of that, we have my drawers, which I stick all my spare cables in, USBs, cameras, GoPros, all that crap. Just I get thrown in there so it's out of the way. Below my desk, for some reason, I have a traffic cone. I think I stole it when I was drunk. I can't really remember. One day it wasn't there, and then the next day it was. We also have a little mini fridge and my wireless router to the left of that little white box. But to begin with, it's my chair. It's kind of a DX Racer clone. It's really, really decent, made out of full leather, incredibly comfortable. It all adjusts and stuff. It's got a back support pillow, it's got a neck support pillow. All of it adjusts. You can change the height, the rotation, how far back it is, how far forward it is, all that crap. The arms go up and down and all that. The sides come out and go in. Really, really comfortable, and it wasn't that expensive, to be fair. Really decent little chair. For my microphone, I use a Blue Yeti, and it is the Blackout Edition. Works really, really well. I've got a pop filter on it, and it's on a scissor arm. It's probably the best microphone I've ever heard or ever used. It works really, really well. It's really, really nice. Has a lot of different settings and all that crap. And I do have it on a scissor arm, which means that if I want to, I can kind of move it about. So when I want to change positions or move where my seat is or rotate it or anything like that, I can easily push it out the way, bring it in front of me, move it up, move it down, depending on how I want to sit. So yeah, it's really, really comfortable, really, really good to use. For my keyboard, I have a Corsair K70. It's the red version with Cherry MX red switches. Really, really nice keyboard. I love the way it types. I love the way it sounds. I like how it reacts. Everything like that. It's really, really nice. It was quite expensive at the time, but it's older now. It looks really dirty, but that's just where it's been scuffed and scratched. My desk, as it's black, it always looks really dirty. It picks up every little bit of dust, but it is actually really clean. But behind me, behind the monitors, there's my S9 on the phone stand, which I keep there. It just keeps it out of the way. It means I can see my phone at all times. When I get a notification or something like that, I can see it without having to put it on my desk. It gives it somewhere to sit, and it keeps it nice and neat and tidy. It can also charge through there, which is really, really useful. But yeah, that just keeps it out of the way, and it stays there all the time. And for my mouse, I have a Logitech G502 Proteus Core RGB, which is wired. Really, really nice mouse. A lot of buttons on it that I use for macros for recording, streaming, all that crap. I have a lot of different macros for in-game DayZ, for changing like ranging distance and all that crap. They've all been set up really, really well. It's a really, really nice mouse. Really comfortable to use as well, because I've got quite big hands. A lot of mouses are kind of too small. And it has this button on the side, which is a sniping button, which when you hold it down, it lowers your DPI to whatever you set it to, which means I can get really, really precise shots really easily. It's really nice. I like that a lot. But yeah, the mouse is really comfortable. It has got some slots in the bottom for weights, but that slot is kind of dirty, but we'll just ignore that. And it's on this weird little dangly thing that I've got. It's a mouse bungee. Basically keeps the cable out of the way all the time. No matter how far I pull the mouse, it never bunches up a load of cable that I need to kind of push out of the way. It just keeps the cable clean and out of the way. It means I can keep my desk free and not have to worry about pushing cables out of the way in intense situations and all that crap. But to the right of me, I've got a headphone hanger with my headphones on. They are the Corsair Void Pro RGB. They're the USB version, the 7.1 surround sound. They're really nice to listen to, really comfortable. They don't make my ears too warm, they don't hurt my ears, they don't sound weird. They're really, really nice. They were quite expensive, but definitely worth the price. I don't use the microphone on them, so I can't tell you how good that is, but really, really nice headset. On either side of my monitors, below them, sitting sideways, there's some random Logitech speakers that I've had for years. They sound incredibly nice, especially for the size and the price. They're not stupid expensive, but they sound really, really decent. And above my monitor, we have the Logitech C920 webcam. Really decent webcam. I think it's 1080p, 30 FPS, I can't remember. Really nice quality. Works incredibly well. It's small, lets you know when it's on. There's a little blue light, works really well. It stays out of the way, doesn't need much to run it. It's smooth, it's crisp, it's a really, really nice webcam. And I don't think it was that expensive. I think it was like 60, 70 quid when I bought it. But for my monitors, I have two Technica 1080p 60Hz monitors on the outside. So the left and right monitor, those are both the Technica ones. And in the middle, I have an AOC G2590PX. It's a 24.5-inch monitor. It's still only 1080p, but it's got a 1 millisecond response time and it's 144 Hz. That's the monitor that I do my gaming on. That's the monitor that my game's always on. And the side two monitors, one will have Discord open, the other one will have OBS, which is my recording program. So it keeps it really clean. I can see everything every time. If I was to ever stream, I'd have one for chat, one for streaming, all that. But yeah, they're definitely working incredibly well. The side two aren't as good as the one in the middle, but that's the point. And in the back here we have my computer, which is kind of hard to go about, but it's an i7 6700K. It's got an MSI GTX 1070 Ti, 30GB of Corsair Vengeance RAM, I think, a 2TB Samsung SSD, 10TB of hard drive space for recordings because they're huge. Inside of it, it's got 10 silent fans, which work constantly depending on what the power is. We've got a Gigabyte motherboard, a Cryorig H7 CPU cooler, and an EVGA Supernova 850p2 power supply, sorry. And that's just a little overview of what my room looks like. But yeah, I work out of a shed. Everything's in a shed, and I know this is going to get really, really shaky now because I've taken it off the tripod. But this is what the room looks like. It's about 8 foot by 12 foot, I believe. It's definitely big enough for what I want. It's sound insulated, and it's waterproof, and it's heat insulated. It's a really, really nice place to be. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed looking at my setup. It's not the best setup in the world, but I'm certainly proud of it. It took me a long time to build, and I'm still upgrading it. Went from very, very basic equipment to kind of upgrading it to the best that I could get at the time, and then upgrading it again to the best there was, such as my microphone, my monitor. My computer's a beast now. I love my keyboard and my mouse and my headset. I've kind of just upgraded slowly, which is the way you've got to do it. It's a bad idea to go for everything amazing right at the start, because you don't really know what you want or what you need. But I'm certainly happy with how this setup's turned out and how it works for me in my recordings and all that. It certainly does its job. It cost a lot of money, but I saved over a long time, so it's definitely worth it. But like I said, it's not worth jumping into the deep end and buying all the most expensive gear you possibly can right to start off with, because you won't know what you want, and you'll figure out that 6 months down the line you bought a monitor that you don't really need, or one that you don't really want. So, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the setup video. There's more DayZ videos coming soon, and I'll see you guys in the next one.